Well, joining us now from San Francisco is spokesman for Republicans Overseas UK. That's Erol Morkoc. And a very good morning to you. Thanks for staying up for us. It's to many people, it just seems unbelievable that Joe Biden is still hanging on in there. Is it unbelievable to you, or I mean, do you see an outcome?
No, not at all. In fact, last night I put a little bit of money on it because I think Joe Biden got to 8-1 to drop out. And the fact of the matter is he's not going to. There is no Biden family business. There is no Biden family trust fund. The entire grift has been his brother and his son basically trading on the family name while they funnel money out of the government in certain creative ways, like many American politicians do on both sides. I'm not castigating anybody. There's a lot of corruption, but there is nothing else left for them. And Joe Biden, like it or not, he did win the primary. Tens of millions of Americans and Democrat voters wanted him to be their candidate. So the idea that they're going to host an open primary and sandbag the most popular candidate that they've ever had, I don't think it's going to happen. I think you look at it, and from just a common sense perspective, you would think, oh, step aside. There's a great next generation coming through, whether it be Gavin Newsom from California or Gretchen Whitmer from Michigan, young blood in the fray. But they're stuck with Kamala Harris in an interesting way because of how they have campaign finance. They might need to run her exclusively if Joe was to step down. And she's maybe the most unelectable person ever. She couldn't even win California in a primary where she was a senator. So she's an awful candidate. And Joe Biden, like it or not, he believes in himself, which I guess is a good thing for a president. And he certainly thinks that the debate was a one-off bad performance, and he's ready to continue his, let's go with laissez-faire leadership style, and he's not going to back down. I don't think so at all. I would be shocked if he actually steps down.
Yet, Erol, all of the polling, all of the numbers paints a grim picture for President Biden. Trump is ahead now in practically every poll. He's 5 points ahead since the debates. He's gained 2 points since that assassination attempt, including in Pennsylvania, where that was a key swing state. Biden must win there to beat Donald Trump. If you look at the numbers, then it's a logical conclusion that Biden should pull out. But this doesn't seem to be about logic, does it? It seems to be about something else. Is it a party so wedded to the idea of just keeping Donald Trump out no matter what it takes? They're putting forward a guy, 81% of Democrat voters, Biden's own people, think he looks too old for the job now.
I think that the Biden family has no problem with funny numbers, and they certainly don't have an issue with pushing forward. I think the Democrat Party is incredibly fractured. Inside of the party, you have factions, and inside of those factions, you have multiple little factions. It used to be the Democrats were the unified party, and the Republicans are the ones tearing ourselves apart. Now it seems to have reversed, and I just don't believe that Biden and his surrogates care. They don't care if they lose, because they would lose. If they were to step down, an entirely different Democrat Party would step up. So while all the numbers are in our favor as a Republican, and I'm certainly happy to run against Joe Biden, I don't believe that they think that they're going to lose. Joe Biden had told Nancy Pelosi, I have polls that show I'm winning. And she said, well, then show them to me. And this was reported in the news. I don't know where he's getting his numbers from, but the people who work for him, if he loses, they're not going to be hired in the next administration. The U.S. president, they have presidential appointments. Half the government is appointed, half the government is lifelong employees. And Joe Biden's people would be out and switched out for the other people. So there's too many people who have a handout right now for this administration. They just can't do it. And Joe Biden, he's not a bad person. I don't think he's an evil person, but he certainly doesn't have the best interests of his party at hand, and certainly not the best interest of the country. If we had to have a Democrat president, please God, don't let it be Joe Biden. Let it be anybody else with a heartbeat in that party, because Joe Biden isn't going to be able to make it. He projects weakness to our enemies, whether it be Russia or Iran. He projects weakness domestically to our young people who look up at our leadership and are looking for guidance, and they see a man who can't read a teleprompter or walk up a set of stairs. And on the other side of the banner, you have Donald Trump, who gets shot in the head and jumps up and yells, fight, fight, fight. So there is no way that Joe Biden can beat Donald Trump, but he's not going to back down.
We will see. Erol Morkoc, thank you very much indeed.
Astonishing situation. It's going to be the greatest show on earth, building all the way
oh my goodness.
until November the 5th.
Yeah, November.